36 back with the clicks, you feel me? What's up, man? 36 back with the clicks, and today we are just here to be talking, man. You know, Storytime Sunday, we gonna tell another story, man. We gonna see what's the word, what's the raps, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know what to say about this today, man, but I got a good story for y'all, man, from my past life, past self, back when I was in probably, not too far back though. I'll probably say during the summer. So I was living life, man. I was dating with someone, and I was really having the best time of my life. And I had my friends. We hanged out. It was a good summer break. You know what I'm saying? I was really locked in and low key about it, and I always kept my business to myself. Or if I wanted to tell people, I'll tell others. Then that's when it hit, and I think I wanted to end things because I felt like I was gonna hurt her again, because I hurt her one time, and then I felt like if that ever comes to happen again, I want her to be prepared. I want her to be ready like it's a math test. So I ended things just like that, and I didn't know it could hurt so much. Like, it really hurted like a lot, and I just felt like a hole in my stomach. Like, I haven't ate for days, weeks, months, years, centuries, decades, millions. So much, like, I didn't know. I couldn't eat, I couldn't drink, I couldn't sleep. The only thing I was thinking about was her at the time. And it was like I've been with her for part of my freshman life, most of my freshman life, that it was hard to get over it. It was hard to get over her because of all the memories I had and how she was there for me from day one all the way to the end of my freshman year. So I was just thinking, like, damn, I really did it, and I regretted it at the time. I felt lost in my own delusions. I was curious in my own mind. Why did I decide to do it? Why did I decide to break up with the person that loved me most? Why did I even think the things that I thought, the memories that I had? But it was like I had a little bright light guiding me, really. And it was like faith. Like, that light helped me through all my toughest times. And I just felt like I just didn't know what to do, and that light guided me somewhere. I didn't know where, but it was somewhere, like, really, really, really bright. And at the time, I was lost, I was clueless. Like I said, I was lost in my own delusion, so I didn't know God what to do. So I prayed. That was the only thing I could do at the time. I prayed for a miracle, a destiny willing by me, something that could guide me along the way and keep me strong, confident, consecutive, something that could just keep me going, a motivation. And that's when I found it. It was basketball. You didn't have to talk. You didn't have to do anything. You dribble a basketball, you shoot it, it goes in. You don't have to do anything unnecessary. You dribble out until your heart's content. And that's what I liked about basketball. I used that anger, that emotion, that sadness, the rage, the integrity. I just used it in my own critique of basketball. And to me, basketball is not just basketball. I think basketball has another meaning, because basketball got me through a lot. Basketball is something that can't be described with words, because it's a different type of art. It's an art that is not being able to draw, but is able to create what you want to create using a basketball. Create moves you never thought existed. Create shots that you never know could go in. Goals that you could achieve. Things you want to accomplish just happen. So I use basketball as my way of coping, as my way of doing what I have to do. And at the time, I felt relieved, but it still didn't go away. No matter how much times I dribbled the basketball, no matter how much times I shot, it still didn't go away. I still felt the voices. I still felt the memories in my head circulating through my body, while I see vivid images of the memories we had together. And it was just, I prayed again, because what else is to do? I couldn't do anything else but pray at the moment. I felt like that was the only thing I could do. I was desperate in my own desires, and I felt like praying was the only way to get them. So I prayed. I prayed that another miracle comes. A miracle that fulfills my destiny, fulfills my every wish, and fulfills what I want the most. You see, in high school you go through a lot of trauma, also a lot of drama too. Because of people around you, you feel lost in a way, because you don't know who's real and who's not. It's strange, really. But I realized the hard way that that's what makes life fun. That's what makes life interesting. Because life doesn't just give you lemons, you have to get it yourself. And when you get the lemons, what do? With it? You make lemonade. That's exactly what I did with my decision. I didn't just sit around and wait until the answers came to me. I wanted to get the answers by myself. So of course, I went out and did what I have to do. But I was lost that time when I lost her. And I was just sleeping all the time. I wouldn't even get on the game. I was just sleeping. My friends made it kind of better for me. But it was just so much ups and downs, left and rights with this person that I feel like it wasn't going to work out. I just knew in my deep mind that no matter how much effort I put, how much times I try, how much times I put it in, it won't work. It just won't. Because when it hits to that standpoint, it's like there's no going back. Because the thing about love and relationships is, at the first, it's so much love and affection, all the love. She does all the things you like. She just knows. But then when months go by, it's like you guys get distant and distant and distant and distant. And if you feel like she's too far away for you to even grab or to even call her name, and she'll hear it and run straight back to you. It's like you're millions and millions of miles away from your destination, and there's no car to pick you up. There's no UFO to fly you there. There's no jet that's gonna fly you there either. There's no Uber. There's no taxi. There's no Easter Bunny. There's no Tooth Fairy. There's no Santa Claus that's gonna come and give you your wish. You gotta get that by yourself. That's what I learned. And I knew that there was no going back. I knew. When I made that decision, when I made that choice, I knew that there was no way I'll get her again. There will be no possible future or possible dimension with me and her, because I already made the decision and there's no going back. When I made that decision, it took me a lot of time, and I had to manage it into that one question: what would I do after this? What would I do after I made this decision? Will I be like this or will I be like that? But the thing is, I didn't pick either. It was a path that I didn't even know that would happen. It was a path beyond my comprehension. It was just a path that was undestined for me, a path that was just there just in case I needed it, an emergency path. And it was just when I made that decision and I said those words, I felt empty. I felt empty. I knew, I just knew what would happen when I said that. I saw the future that I uphold myself when I made that decision. When I said those exact words, I saw it all. I saw the things that I would be doing, the things that I would accomplish, the goals I would want to achieve. Everything just happened in that one instant. And I felt like music was my way of getting out. I used this YouTube channel as a way to give you guys advice, to give you guys stories, and to do music for the most part. No matter how bad or how good the music is, to me, I think my music is wonderful. No matter who doesn't like it or who likes it, I feel like music for me, and when I make my music, I feel happy. I don't think about anything. I just think about the lyrics circulating through my head, the words coming out my mouth, the beat, the music, the instruments. I just sing. I rap. I make lyrics. I make beats. I do all these things, and that's what made me who I am today. Sometimes you can't just do something. You gotta think about it. You gotta really think about what you want to do, because when you do that specific thing and you lock onto it, there's no going back. You can't go back in time. Everything you do, every second you waste, you're gonna regret some of your seconds. Sometimes you go to a certain place and that certain person's not there, and now you're like, wow, I wasted all this time on coming here when she wasn't even here. And that's another thing. Sometimes people come in your life when you least expect it, and sometimes people come at the time when you at least need it the most. And I learned that the hard way too. Sometimes there's miracles. Sometimes there's things that you never knew that could happen to you. You could win $1 million. You could find the love of your life at this random place. There's so many possibilities in this world that you never knew could happen. But the end of the story was she came back. After all my prayings, all my prayers, she came back. And when she came back, I felt happy for a second. I felt relieved. But then it sank right back down to stage one, and we ended things from there. We broke up from there. And the rest is history. Of course, I still wish this person is doing the best she could do. And of course, I wish this person is doing the best that she can do. Things that she knows she couldn't ever do. Making friends. Doing this, doing that. And I know she's doing it without me. And I'm glad. I'm really happy that she's living the life that she can. But sometimes I have to smile to make the pain go away. Sometimes you just have to smile. You have to say you're okay even though you're not. Because sometimes it feels like you can handle it on your own. But that'll do for this time. You know what I'm saying? That was a good story, man. Tell me how y'all like it, man. I really, you know what I'm saying? I made sure I had that really good narrative speech to it, you know what I'm saying? You know, make it nice, you know what I'm saying? Add a little emotion into it so that you guys could actually feel it and get the scenery. So make sure you subscribe, like, and turn on those post notifications. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, my boys.